teachers in the room here some of them will have many years of experience, some will have be relatively new in their teaching careers. What do you think we ought to do as a schooling system that runs right across the state, but as well as the universities that help to train our teachers? What do you think we ought to do to grow the sorts of teachers that have inspired you?
I think it needs to be more flexible, maybe, allowing different learning styles compared to the standard style that you find in most classrooms.
Okay. So you think our trainee teachers need to be given more opportunity to explore more flexible ways of teaching and learning?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, Lucy, do you have any thoughts on that?
I will bring up the somewhat controversial point that experienced teachers are not necessarily inspirational teachers. But also at my school we do have the understanding that all teachers have the ability to be inspirational. And I definitely agree with what Thomas was saying about flexibility. One of the teachers that I've really enjoyed learning from really embraces that, and actually one thing that I will mention is that rather than shouting over the top of the students, he'll actually speak more quietly so that you're forced to be quiet so that you can hear what he has to say. And he will, if you don't understand something, he's not just going to say it louder or slower. He will actually come and talk to you and try and teach it to you in a different way that you do understand by relating it to your life or just somehow. So I think if you want students to be passionate about a subject, you have to be passionate and you have to be flexible.
Thank you. But for those of you that are avid readers of my blog, of course, you may know in the one I put up last week, I was reflecting on somebody called Barry Carpenter, Professor Barry Carpenter, who's been over here doing some work with this, and he's probably one of the world's leading experts in fetal alcohol syndrome disorder. And one of the things that Barry says that I've held with me for quite a long time is that there are 20 ways to teach anything. But for a child with fetal alcohol syndrome disorder, you probably need to try all 20. So he's really reinforcing that sense of the need for teachers to have great flexibility in the approaches to learning that they take. Okay, Maclay, any ideas about how we can grow more inspirational teachers?
Well, I agree with Thomas and Lucy. We need to be flexible, and also, if you want to teach in Indigenous areas of Australia, you need to be aware with the cultural awareness of every student. And and if you want to grow as a teacher, you need to understand the students individually as well.
Yeah, what Maclay said, I reckon teachers have got to get to know the students to actually gain that connection and actually teach them things. Okay.